Hello there folks, welcome back to Charlie Shed. It's time for a quick review video. So as my initial purchase, my first venture into Engage, I purchased the Seaside Excursion set that you see there. So it's a loco with a couple of carriages. It's really nice little model. It's a Graham Farish by Bachmann, as we can see on the box. So I'll do a little review. If you watched the shed update video, you'll have seen it running already, but just going to go into a little bit more detail here. And it's obviously not an unboxing because the loco's already out and the track is set up and we've got the controller plugged in. So I'll just for the sort of purposes of doing this properly, let's go through everything, starting with the box, which obviously has a stunning little picture on the front. As far as I can tell, that is a sort of photographic representation of the model itself, rather than the real life train, as it were, or engine. I guess, yeah, beginning off with the price, you can see £110.99. I got it from a trade stand at a model fair I went to, and now I'm trying to remember where it was. It was the sort of Southeast London show, and it was about a couple of months ago, so it's back sort of January, February time. I went there. It's £110. I think the recommended retail on that is 120, so I saved myself about £9, which, you know, mustn't grumble at. So I'll buy me a point or something later on. Okay, so on the box itself, it gives you the obviously the dimensions there, and tells us what's included. So you're looking at the oval of track, which is in front of me there, laid out. So it's just sort of two straights with 8 curves in total, so obviously 4 curves on each side, and that makes it, what have we got there, 475 millimeters, so nearly 50 centimeters, I guess, sort of by 65ish wide there. This baseboard that I've built is 100, I'll cut it down, I'll have to remember, it's 120 centimeters wide by about 90 deep. So if I just stand back, it gives you a sort of idea. It's sitting pretty in the middle there. Gives you a rough idea of the sort of scale and size, but obviously this is end scale, as that's the scale I'm going to be working with, or N-gauge, as big British obviously like to call it more precisely. It's up for debate. Okay, it's got 6 DCC there, which means inside, just give me 1 second, let's just get a little bit of focus on this packaging here. Yeah, so inside the loco itself is a DCC ready, I guess you would say a socket ready for a DCC chip, and it's 6-pin DCC. Now, being brand new to Engage, I've watched lots of videos about this kind of stuff, but I'm still to fully understand what that means or what's going on. But I know then you can digitally control the trains and program various functions rather than doing it manually. So out of the box setup here, it is a manual setup. So you've got your controller, you turn it on and off, you spin it round to give it power, and then you switch the direction back and forth there. So there's no iPads or kind of screen based shenanigans involved as yet. So yeah, on the side of the box says the same thing, gives you the same diagram on that end of the box. So just to give you the complete contents, there is the Class 4 locomotive, check, yeah, there it is, more on that in a second. And we've got 2 different coach types, so a BR MK1, an SO, and a BCK. Again, I'm very new to this kind of stuff, so quite what those initials mean I don't know, but if you would like to enlighten me in the comments below, I would Love that. Okay, so the coaches 1 and 2 are over there. Okay, just not on the track at the moment for some reason. We've got an oval track, as we've seen and explained. It's 8 curves and 2 straights making an oval, and we've got the transformer and controller. Okay, so the speed controller there, all plugged in, goes down to the AC adapter, quite a chunky thing, but that's the one just there. Okay, and then we've got this red cable, obviously, with the output coming on to the track. Just move the little loco out the way, and then if we can focus on this, there we go. Come on. Yeah. So then these basically just clip in. It's very easy. I remember having a sort of 00 set as a child, Hornby set, and you would have a couple of sort of prongs that slid into the track, and it was always a bit fiddly to sort of find in the track whereabouts they would go, because there were only so many openings you could slot them into. So this is actually a bit of a nicer system. Now I realise once we get going with the layouts, then obviously the track, you sort of glue it down or nail it down. It will be a bit more permanent on the baseboard, and then you drill some holes underneath and then solder the connections in that way. So we get involved in wiring and bus wiring and all kinds of marvellous things. But for now, straight out of the box, it's dead simple. Anyone can do it. If I can do it, anyone can. You basically just clip these into the track that way. So I am doing this one-handed. Apologies if it's shaky. I tried to use the camera on a tripod, but I've resorted back to the iPhone because it actually works out a lot easier to use, and it seems to focus a bit quicker as well. So until I get a proper camcorder of some kind, yeah, this will be the way forward, I'm afraid. So wobbly videos for a little while. Okay, so that's the connection. That's all the component parts there. Let's just give you a quick look at the back of the box. So you just stand that up, it will be easier to see. Okay, so if you sort of want more detail, it's a little bit misleading because these are all basically the accessories you can buy, but that's not what's included in the box. So it's a sort of Graham Farish advert, the Bachmann Collectors Club as well. I don't know, I've seen this mentioned before in other videos. I'm not sure if it's worth joining or if it's any good. Again, if you want to leave a comment regarding that one. So inside the box as well, then you do get the sort of Bachmann Collectors Club. So I think you get, what do we actually get? You get a wagon, a calendar, the branch line or Graham Farish catalogue, and then the Bachmann Times Club magazine. So might be worth it. You also get a, what have we got in here? Yeah, basically the instructions. That's the word. Obviously, being male, I didn't even look at these before I stuck it together. But that gives you the full sort of breakdown of the controller, how to plug it into the tracks, all the warnings about electrocuting yourself or short-circuiting it, and yeah, the operational procedure, cleaning and maintenance, storage. There we go. Okay. The guarantee. So you get those couple of leaflets inside the box, and there is the back of the box itself. Okay, again with another beautiful picture with a bit of scenery in it this time as well, and some other carriages and engines. Okay, so that takes us through the box. What we'll do, just bear with me a second, we shall put that at the back, making a lovely backdrop. So again, I mean, with these things, it's the track, I guess it's what's known as set track, I think, this stuff. I do apologise if you already know this stuff, and my knowledge is a bit sketchy, being new to all this, as it were. But basically, you can see there, if we just focus on it, you've got two fish plates, and then the track just simply slots together. So if we, where are my fingers? difficult to do this one-handed. Whoa, there we go. Okay, so you just pull it apart and you've got a fish plate on either side there, and then that simply slots together the track there, and it's nice and easy. And yeah, it's probably 30 seconds work to build that oval. I imagine once I get onto laying flexi-track onto a bigger layout, it might take a little bit longer than that. Now take a little look at the engine itself, the loco. The detailing on this is just quite beautiful. About, I don't know when it was, I think I was sort of 14, 15 I must have been when I was just a lad. I had a 00 gauge train set. It was the Intercity 125. It actually came with a cassette narrated by Noel Edmonds, who told you how to put it all together and how to look after it, because I think he's a big fan of model railways, as far as I know. But I digress. It's basically, I mean, it was a very nice train, and I remember at the time thinking, oh, it looks really realistic. But this, I mean, bearing in mind that this is N gauge, sorry, so it's half the size of 00. And if this camera will focus, I do apologise for the problems we're having here with the focusing. Just gives you an idea of that kind of detail. I mean, just if I can just sort of spin the camera around a bit. Let's just try to get an angle on this. I might just have to pick it up, I think, just to get the sort of best view. Give you some light as well. But yeah, just have a look in there. I mean, that is the it's going to focus, yeah, on the you know, inside the engine itself there, the what do you call it, the bit where you put the coal in. Again, my knowledge is shining through. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. I mean, detailing, individual detailing on those sort of pipe work and the valves and everything in there, and then even the coal and everything. It just, like, to me, it just looks amazingly impressive. So yeah, impressed with the Graham Farish stuff so far. So that's the engine itself, and then I mean, it's no less impressive when we take a look at the carriages as well. As again, you can sort of see through inside, and there's the stickers on the windows, which are far too minute to read. I'm guessing that's going to say something to do with the class of the carriage, something like that. But yeah, just absolutely beautiful. Very impressed. I mean, you can see the little door handles and so on there. So the technology's definitely come on in leaps and bounds. And in terms of a purchase, I'm very happy with this. It's as I say, I mean, £110, but it's a great start, because I've just been able to, you know, now I've sorted the shed out, just been able to kind of put the track together, put the train and carriages on the track, and then start running it. So you know, it's definitely a good way to get into Engage, rather than trying to buy all the bits separately, which as I understand it would be more expensive. Okay, so that's just a very quick review. So that's the Seaside Excursion set, Graham Farish by Bachmann. I'll put the product number in the description below, but overall, yeah, very impressed. Alright, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, do share, like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.